All right, Robert Drury back again on my quest to get to 2200, and I'm currently 2133, and we will see if we can get us a 10-minute game. And let's see, we are searching. And what do we have? Let's see, it's taken a little while. Okay, usually a game pops up fairly quick on here. Yeah, we'll give it a little time. Okay, for anybody that's not aware, I usually try to do the hippo, which I'll put pawns on A3, B3. Okay, I got the black side. Let's see, what's my opponent? Okay, he has been on here for a couple years, and since we're playing the black pieces, we'll start off with the B6. Okay, bishop to b7. He's got the two pawns in the center. All right, anytime they bring the bishop to e3, we will go g6, and if he pushes the pawn, we will push our pawn, but he did not, so we will just continue with our fianchetto of the bishop. All right, so he's got two pawns there, so he's already re-fortified in the center. And let's see, we will play e6. That will prevent the d5 push. Knight comes around, and okay, he's lining up this way. We don't want the bishop to come into h6, so we will push h6. Let's see, what's he going to do with, that's what I was wondering, what's he going to do with that knight? All right, let's continue. I tell you what, let's play a6, and we'll keep the knight out of here. Keep the bishop out of there also. Okay, so if I was to push, what's he going to take? I take. And where does the knight go from there? All right, I'll tell you what, let's just continue with the hippo. The knight comes to d7 will be a complete full hippo. Now he's got this lined up, so it's going to make it castling hard, but not so much now because he just moved his queen over. But let's continue with the hippo. Not 100% sure what he's going to push. All right. Tell you what, I don't want to castle yet. I want to wait to see what he does. Could push here. And takes. All right, is he gonna? He's not gonna push. I could push. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and bring our bishop up, and maybe we push. I'm sorry, bring my rook around to c8, not the bishop. Oh, so he's not gonna castle. Let's see, what is he doing? All right, where's my push coming? Could come here. He takes, I take. Let's tell you what, we'll do that. We'll push. We'll push. I know I'm opening up my king side. I don't have a safe place to castle. He's got this possibly coming. Now he pushes. Maybe I go ahead and take, and then I will push. Let's see. And what is he doing? could push. And if he takes... Alright, what do I do? I come here. Come here, take... I don't like that. Let's push. Let's just push him back. Or he's going to take. One of the two. If he takes, I take, and it's the same result. We push him back. My knight will come here, and it'll also protect the h5 push. Okay, I can also come into here. It's interesting. I'm going to target this. Okay. Could drop back. All right, so what I do? Drop back, take. He's just gonna push. Tell you what, that's what we'll do. We'll drop back. I assume he's gonna push. Then we're gonna come right back and try to go in there. If he was to push, we take. He takes. Take back. I mean, he's gonna take. Let's see. Or do we? Oh, he's. All right. Let's go here. All right. So he's most likely going to castle, and my king is stuck in the center. All right. Let's see. Where's he going? Queen comes out to here. We get these queens off the board. His attack becomes less dangerous. I still would assume that he's going to castle. No, he's not going to castle. Oh my gracious. He's coming. He's coming for me. All right. All right, let's do this. And what's he gonna do? He comes here. We will come up. We'll come up this way. All right, so right now I'm in some trouble. If he's got an attack going. I mean, all right, can we get the queens off the board? I don't know. Okay, I'll come here. Let's see if we can get the queens off the board, and then I'll come over. He's got to go this direction. He's got to go that direction. And my rook will come. All right, rook comes out. Rook comes out. And how do I? All right, there he goes. He is. All right, let's go over. We don't like that pin. Oh, let's take here. I can't take there. I'll come in here. He takes. He's not going to put, he can't do that. He can. And my knight's going to come out. It's interesting. Let's see. All right, let's bring him out. Then we drop back for the defense. And what's he gonna do? Can't come here. All right, so we're fighting right now to keep from getting overrun. He can't push. I just take the rook can come this direction. Comes here. I can just take. He takes back. If he takes here, I take. And I've also got deny that. All right, let's see. He did that. He did it. We will take. He's going to come in here. And we've got to defend. He cannot come this direction. All right, now, oh, he can do that though. All right, so what if I take? If I take, all right, let's go back. Oh, look at this. He is going all out. All right, here we go. We can come in here. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna push? Oh, he's gonna push. What's he gonna do? He takes. Yeah, it's no good. Oh, I'm literally up a piece, but it does me absolutely no good. Okay, so where's he going to go? What if I come here? Here, then check. What I'll do this. He's gonna push. He pushes, come in here, then he just checks me. All right, so right now he's gonna push. I don't see any way not to. Okay. If he pushes, I gotta drop. And I'm protecting this square. Oh my. Here we go. Here we go. We are going to see if we can come in here, and hopefully he won't have time to take. He's got time right now to take. Who am I fooling? Oh, I'm in trouble. All right, what are we going to do? What are we going to end up with? Let's see. All right, let's go here. Let's give him a check. I could give him another check. Give him another check. All right, I'll check him here. Oh no, he's. I'll give him a check here. I will give him a check here. I'll give him a check there. Is he going to come here? I can't come there, can he? Okay, let's see. Give him a check here. And I'm running out of possibilities. All right, give him a check there. And he can't go here because I will take and win. But he can come there. That's interesting. Come here for check. All right, so is there a mate in here anywhere? All right, come here. He comes there. All right, let's do. All right, hold on. Let's think. If I come here, he drops down. I can check him. Oh, I don't know. Here's the problem. If I give him a check, he can slide into here. All right, so if I check him here, he's going to drop down. I'll give him another check. He comes here. Oh. All right, let's give him a check. And could come in here. Well, let's come in here. Let's come in here for a check. And comes here. We will give him a check here. And then we're going to take this. Or we check him that way, and he is running out of, he's got to come back here. He's got nowhere else to go, and then he's going to lose his queen. All right, so let's see. He resigned. All right, so that was an interesting one. It will put me up to 2141. And let's do a quick game review and see what it says. All right, 82.6 versus 76.8. Looks like I did not make any blunders. He made 3, and I'm sure that he was winning quite a bit of that game. But let's take a look. Okay, he starts e4 off. I'm going to play b6, and I'm starting with an Owens defense, and I'd explained this earlier. A lot of times I will always start with the b pawn whether I'm playing white or black, and it's simply that my opponent has not seen the b6 push, or when I'm playing white, the b3 push as often as he has some of the other openings. So therefore, I'm getting a little advantage because I know it better. Okay, so he's going to put 2 pawns in the center. I'm going to continue. All right, so now when he puts a bishop here, I'm going to play g6. And that way, if he pushes the f pawn, I will push. I will push my f pawn. And then if he takes, I've got the bishop baron down on g2. And I know you're thinking, all right, like he can get in here and he can take and mess my whole queen side or king side up, but in the long run, it just doesn't play out that way. He ends up just losing a rook. It gets complicated, but black is winning. All right, so he goes ahead and defends the d4 pawn, and I'm going to bring my bishop up to g7, and we're just continuing with a typical opening. He's putting his pieces in the center, development. He's got his pawn center established, and I'm playing a hippo and just sitting back. Brings his knight around, and once again, I'm just getting his pieces all centralized. I bring my knight to e7, continuing with the hippo. Now, once he gets this lined up and he targets the h6 square, I do not want the bishop coming to h6 because I do not want to have to trade this bishop off. Therefore, I will push h6. Now, the problem with h6 is now it's difficult for me to castle. All right, so he brings his knight around. A lot of times when they play in this manner, they'll leave their queen on e2, then they'll bring their knight around this way and come in here, then load them up on this side. So when the queen's not here, they usually bring the knight here. They'll drop them into f1, and then they'll route them to g3. But he moved his queen over, so he goes a whole different route. All right, I bring my a pawn up just to keep his knight or his bishop out of the b5 square. He brings his knight down, and I'm continuing with my hippo setup. And now he moves the queen for another time. I suppose he's thinking he's going to break down through here and end up sacrificing here and getting his queen in. All right, so I bring my knight to d7, and now he drops his knight back. And all right, I would like to castle, but the problem is if I castle, he's liable to launch a pawn storm on this side. And he's got this piece heading this way. He's got this piece. All it would take is moving this pawn up, and it opens up a whole bunch of bad stuff coming my direction. So I'm going to hold off, see where he castles. So I play the rook to c8, and he goes ahead with the h4 push. Now here the engine says c5, and just go ahead and play on the queen side of the board. Well, I played f5. Let's go back. f5. Was f5 even in the discussion with the engine? And I look at c5. Engine says 0.71 for black. Castles, even castles, minus 0.32 for black. But let's see, what does f5 do? f5 pretty much opens up my whole king side. And let's see what the engine says. The engine says you just gave a full point of evaluation away, and now white has the advantage. All right, brings this bishop down, and now f takes e4 is what the engine calls for. Knight takes e, and then I can push. That's loses a piece. However, I'm go a different route, and I push. Now, I've still got a slight advantage, but it's nowhere close to. All right, I'll go back and show you. Knight comes in. He takes with his knight, and then I push. And it's just basically it's a pawn sacrifice to pull a knight into an area that you can fork the pieces. All right, it's not what I do. He takes, I take, and now his bishop goes to d3. And now I can castle here. The engine says still castle. And then if he pushes, I can push this direction with my pawn because I would have a rook on f8 protecting the f pawn, and a knight on e7 would protect it. But instead, I bring my knight up. This should be a lesson on what pieces not to play when you're playing the hippo, because I've taken the advantage a few times and just given it right back. Okay, so I now bring my knight back. And I'm thinking, all right, just trade them. We will trade. He decides to go for a sacrifice. And I see this a lot in the hippo, especially when I've got my king side pawns pulled up, that players will sack. They will sack knights, they'll sack bishops. They're trying to bust the king side open. I take back. He takes with his bishop, and now I just bring my knight back. The engine actually, let's see what's the engine like on this. All right, the engine says just knight takes h. Makes sense, because if he takes with the rook, I win the rook. But instead, I drop back, and he gives me a check. I take, he gives me another check, and now I walk my king to f8, and I am winning. I just have to basically get my king safe and solidify the position. Now I thought he would castle long, but he never did. Instead, he's going for this move or to g3. I bring my knight over. There he goes. Now he's going to g3, queen d7. Now he castles long. And now I play queen to f7. You either move your queen or we trade. He moves his queen back. And now my rook comes to e8. So now I'm starting to get pieces in better positions. All right, so he brings his rook over. I drop my king back to g8 to get it off the possibility of a pin. He goes g4. All right, so now I can go queen d6 and attack this. And that's what I did. And then he pushes. All right, so the engine actually says, take it. I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't like it. So I played my knight up. He takes, and now engine actually says rook takes, bishop takes, and yeah, rook takes. Actually, I guess knight takes first. But anyway, the engine's like, go ahead and give some pieces back to stop this attack. But I take with my bishop. He gives me a check, and now I come back, block it. He brings this knight in, trades out, and now I played my pawn up because now my king has an open line, or my queen has an open line into a2. And he's going to continue with this attack. I've got to defend. The engine actually says defend with rook d7, but that's not what I did. Now he's pushing. I see why it would say defend with rook to e, because now I can defend this h, or I can take care of the h pawn with the the bishop on the or the rook on the h file. All right, so I bring my king back, and he brings this rook down, and I take the pawn, and now just h6, and I'm in a world of trouble. I would have to drop back into here. And if he checks, I take, he takes, and I basically give up the queen for 2 rooks if it goes that direction. But he moves over, and now my bishop comes in with the intent. Comes d5 with the intent to come to b3 and cut off escape squares for his king. He brings queen down, and I suppose he doesn't see the danger. And I continue. I ignore the threat. He takes. So once he takes, I can take here. Engine actually gives this as even. All right, he moves up. He moves his king to d2, and I can take him another check. He drops back. I take another pawn, give him a check. He blocks. There we go. We give him another check. And now he can actually get out of a mess. It says minus mate and 18, and that would be hold on, no, mate and 18. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm actually winning at that point. I'm misreading my valuation. Yeah, mate and 14. Like I'm going to find mate and 14. But he comes up, trying to get his king to safety, but I've got checks now. I've got multiple checks. He comes out to the e3 square. I give him a check again, and he's running. And here, this may be where I was trying to think, all right, what am I going to do? I give him a check. He takes. And actually right here, the engine says queen to e7, rook takes, and it's mate. Oh, missed that. I missed that. All right, I check with the rook. He moves over. I give him another check. And I'm trying to force this king over here where I can take and win his queen. And at this point, moves his king back. I give him another check, and he resigns because he's running out of squares. He can block here, and I just take. I mean, he can't move here. Can't go here. I mean, he's just out of squares for his king. He would have to sacrifice the queen at that point. All right. But with that, I will see you on the next video.